Pay attention to what I'm about to tell you now, because this could save your life from years of unnecessary suffering. You're letting a toxic woman control your every decision, every move, every thought. It's as if you're a ship on the high seas, but with invisible anchors dragging you to the bottom, preventing any real progress in your life. I guarantee that in the next few minutes, you'll discover exactly how to break those chains and reclaim total control. But first, let's face the brutal reality. You wake up every day with that heavy feeling in your chest. You know what it is, don't you? It's the weight of living on eggshells, calculating every word before you speak, avoiding conflicts you know will happen anyway. Your energy is being drained as if you were a battery connected to a broken device that only siphons and never gives back. How many opportunities have you already lost because of her? Think with me for a moment. That job you didn't take because she said it was too far away. Those friends you stopped seeing because she complained every time. That hobby you gave up because she thought it was a waste of time. You've become a puppet, man. And the worst part is, you know it, but you still continue in this destructive cycle. Do you know why? Because you've been programmed to believe that love is sacrifice, that a relationship means giving up everything, that being a man means enduring in silence. A lie. All lies. After more than 10 years studying relationship dynamics and mentoring hundreds of men who were exactly where you are now, I discovered an ultra-rare pattern that only the most emotionally successful men apply. It's what I call male emotional armor. And today, you're going to learn the complete method. I'm going to show you the 5 unmistakable signs that you're in a toxic relationship. And more importantly, I'm going to give you the exact step-by-step guide to break free from this emotional prison. Number 1, she constantly invalidates your achievements. Remember that time you got that promotion at work? You came home excited, wanting to share the news, and she simply poured cold water on it. She said it wasn't a big deal, that others had gotten it before, that you were getting ahead of yourself. That's not humility, man. That's pure emotional sabotage. A woman who truly loves you celebrates your victories as if they were her own. Because in a healthy relationship, one person's success is a source of joy for the other. But the toxic one? She sees your growth as a threat. Do you know why? Because the more you grow, the less she can control you. It's a sick defense mechanism. She keeps you small to feel big. She keeps you insecure, so you don't realize you deserve so much more. Can you feel the difference? Number 2, she uses sex as a bargaining chip. Come on, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Sex has become a reward for good behavior. Did you do what she wanted? Maybe something will happen. Did you disagree with her? Forget it. You're sleeping on the couch. That's manipulation at its most primitive level. Studies show that when sex becomes transactional in a relationship, the emotional connection dies. You become a trained puppy, doing tricks for a treat. It's humiliating, isn't it? But you accept it because you've been conditioned to believe that men always want sex, so any crumb will do. Wake up. This is destroying your self-esteem from the inside out. Sex is connection, not negotiation. Does that make sense to you? Number 3, she isolates you from everyone. How many friends did you have before her? And how many do you have now? Let me guess. The list has drastically shrunk, hasn't it? First, it was your single friends, because they were a bad influence. Then the married ones, because their wives weren't good company. Even your family became a problem. This has a name: systematic isolation. The fewer people you have around you, the more dependent on her you become. It's a psychological warfare tactic, used even in kidnappings. It cuts all the victims' lines of support until they believe the abuser is their only option. You've become a hostage in your own life. And the worst part, you still defend her when someone tries to warn you. That's the level of mind control she's established over you. Can you see the pattern now? Number 4, your emotions hold no value. When you're sad, it's sensitivity. When you're angry, it's a lack of control. When you're tired, it's laziness. But when she has any emotional fluctuation, the world has to stop. You've become the villain in her story. Everything that goes wrong is your fault. If she's in a bad mood, you did something. If she had a bad day, you should have foreseen and prevented it. If you argue, you provoked it. This is called gaslighting, man. It's a manipulation technique where the person distorts reality until you doubt your own perception. You start to think that you really are the problem, that your emotions are exaggerated, that you're going crazy. You're not. You're being manipulated. Your mental sanity is being attacked daily by someone who should be your safe harbor. Can you see this clearly now? Number 5, the constant fear of explosion. You live on an emotional time bomb. Anything can be the trigger for the next explosion. A wrong look, a misplaced word, even silence can be a reason for war. So you've developed a hypersensitive internal radar. You analyze her mood before saying anything. You measure your words, control your gestures. Even your breathing changes when she's around. You've become an expert at predicting emotional storms. This isn't a relationship, it's a minefield. And you're exhausted from constantly dodging invisible mines, aren't you? This constant state of alert is destroying your nervous system. Cortisol levels soaring, testosterone plummeting, chronic anxiety. Your body is screaming at you to get out of this situation. Archis EE. You feeling the weight of all this? Now that you've identified the signs, I'm going to give you the method few men know to escape this prison. It's what I call the SAIR method. S for spot. You first need to recognize and map out all the toxic patterns. There's no point in running away without understanding what you're running from. Otherwise, you'll fall into the same trap again. Grab a piece of paper now and write down every time she diminished you in the last 30 days. Be specific. Date, time, what happened, how you felt. This isn't to confront her. It's for you to see reality without the filter of manipulation. A for act. After mapping, you establish unbreakable boundaries. And here's the secret: almost no one applies. You don't ask permission to have boundaries, you simply inform. It's not a negotiation, it's a declaration. When she crosses the line, you act. Leave the conversation, leave the house, leave the situation. No drama, no elaborate explanations. Simple, direct action. This will shock her system, because for the first time, you're not reacting, you're acting. I for isolate. Create emotional and physical distance. This doesn't necessarily mean breaking up immediately, although it's often necessary. It means stopping sharing your vulnerabilities with someone who uses them as a weapon. Stop telling her your plans. Stop asking for her opinion. Stop seeking validation. You need to rebuild your inner fortress before making definitive decisions. And that only happens when you stop exposing yourself to the daily poison. R for rebuild. Here's the part no one tells you. Leaving a toxic relationship is only half the battle. If you don't rebuild your self-worth, you'll attract another toxic person in a matter of months. You need to relearn who you are without her. Go back to that abandoned hobby. Reconnect with lost friends. Invest in your career with the energy you used to spend putting out emotional fires. Build a life so good that no toxic woman can infiltrate it again. That's the true secret to emotional freedom. Now I know what you're thinking. But I love her. She has her good moments. Maybe I'm exaggerating. Pay attention to what I'm about to tell you now. What you call love is probably disguised emotional dependency. True love doesn't constantly hurt. True love doesn't diminish you. True love doesn't imprison you. You're confusing intensity with intimacy. These emotional roller coasters. This alternation between hell and paradise. That's not passion. It's a cycle of abuse that addicts your brain like a drug. The good moments seem incredible because the bad ones are terrible. It's contrast, not real connection. How many times have you tried to leave and gone back? How many promises of change have you heard? How many last chances have you given? She's not going to change, man. Toxic people only change when they lose everything and are forced to face their demons. And even then, change takes years of therapy and internal work. You are not her therapist. You are not her savior. You are not an emotional punching bag. You are a man who deserves respect, admiration, and true partnership. Remember that ship metaphor? You've been anchored for so long that you've forgotten what it's like to sail freely. You've forgotten the feeling of the wind in your sails, the freedom to choose your own course. But your ship is still intact. There's still time. Every day you postpone this decision is a day stolen from your future. A day you could be building something great, meeting someone incredible, or simply breathing without fear. Think about it. You probably have 30, 40 more years of life ahead of you. Do you want to spend all of them in this prison? Do you want to reach 60 and realize you wasted the best decades of your life feeding someone's sick ego? I guarantee that the regret of not leaving will hurt far more than the temporary pain of leaving now. And yes, it will hurt. I won't lie to you. The first few days will be hell. You'll doubt your decision, you'll want to go back, you'll think you're making the biggest mistake of your life. This is emotional withdrawal, your addicted brain craving another dose of the familiar poison. Hold on tight, it passes. In 2 weeks, you'll breathe easier. In a month, you'll start smiling again. In 3 months, you won't believe you endured that hell for so long. Do you know the saddest part of all this? There are thousands of incredible women out there, waiting for a man like you. Women who will support you, admire you, grow with you. Women who will be true partners, not emotional parasites. But you'll never meet them while you're trapped in this toxic relationship. You are literally blocking your own happiness out of fear of being alone. But let me tell you a secret. Better alone than in bad company isn't just a saying, it's pure wisdom. Temporary loneliness is infinitely better than permanent toxic companionship. Now let's talk about something crucial that few men understand. Your testosterone, your masculine energy, your drive to conquer the world, all of it is being systematically destroyed by this toxic dynamic. Men in toxic relationships exhibit testosterone levels up to 40% lower. This explains your lack of energy, your difficulty making decisions, your feeling of being lost. Your body is in survival mode, not conquest mode. You've become prey when you should be a predator, and she knows it, even if unconsciously. The weaker you become, the easier you are to control. It's a vicious cycle that only ends when you decide to break it. And that decision has to come from you. No one can make it for you. Your friends have tried to warn you, haven't they? Your family has already signaled that something is wrong. But you defended her, fought with everyone, chose her over everyone. And now you're alone with your tormentor, exactly as she planned. But there's still time to reverse this. Reconnect with those who truly care about you. Apologize if necessary. Admit you were blind. People who truly love you will understand and support you. You're not alone in this battle. You've just been led to believe you are. That's another illusion she created. Let me ask you a crucial question now. What would you do if you found out you only had 1 year left to live? Would you spend that year the same way, swallowing your pride, living in fear, wasting your vital energy on someone who doesn't value you? Of course not. Then why are you doing it now? Just because you theoretically have more time? Here's a newsflash. No one has guaranteed time. Every wasted day is one less day to truly live. And you deserve to truly live. You deserve to wake up excited. You deserve to have peace at home. You deserve to be respected. You deserve to grow. You deserve to be loved the right way. But none of that will fall from the sky. You need to make the difficult decision to choose yourself, to prioritize yourself. Is it selfishness? Number? It's survival. It's self-preservation. It's the least you owe yourself. And when you finally make that decision, when you finally cut those invisible anchors, you're going to discover something surprising. You are much stronger than you imagine. All these years surviving emotional hell have forged a resilience you don't even know you possess. When you redirect that strength to build instead of just survive, you'll achieve things you never dreamed were possible. That's the paradox of the situation. The same strength you use to endure the toxic relationship is more than enough to build an extraordinary life. You just need to change the direction of that energy, stop swimming against the current, and start sailing with the wind. Look, I know it seems impossible now. I know you must be thinking of 1,000 excuses not to do anything. The house, shared bills, the dog, who knows what other ties you've created. All of that is solvable. It always is. People separate every day and resolve these practical matters. What holds you back isn't the logistical issues. It's emotional fear. Fear of being alone. Fear of not finding someone else. Fear of making a mistake. But do you know what your greatest fear should be? Reaching the end of your life and realizing you lived someone else's life. That you gave up your dreams to feed someone's delusions of control. That you never discovered your true potential because you were too busy putting out fires you shouldn't have had to put out. That indeed is a valid fear. If this video has opened your eyes, if you've finally seen the prison you're living in, do something about it now. Not tomorrow, not next week, but now. Like this video and subscribe to the channel for more life-transforming content. But more importantly, take the first action. Call a friend, schedule therapy, find a lawyer, do something, anything, that signals to the universe and to yourself that the change has begun. Because every journey starts with a single step. And that step needs to be taken now, before your courage fades, and you retreat to the comfort zone of known suffering. Remember the ship metaphor. You can remain anchored in the same spot, slowly sinking, or you can cut those chains and sail into unknown but promising waters. The choice has always been yours. It always will be. You just needed someone to remind you that you have a choice. Now you know. The question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you let it die here, just another inconvenient truth ignored? Or will you use it as fuel for the change you know you need to make? The decision is yours, but the time is now. Your ship is waiting. The anchors can be cut today. Freedom is one decision away. And deep down, way deep down, you know exactly what you need to do. So do it.